the best fat bombs in the world.
Hello keto people and coconut oil lovers everywhere. I'm so excited to share with you my fat bomb recipe. I may sound tired in this video, so that's why I did this little voiceover to start off with. I just want to assure you that I was very excited making this video, and I am. I'm excited to share this with you. I tweaked and changed and manipulated this recipe to make what I call
the best fat bombs in the world.
I really love these fat bombs, I'm telling you. And I didn't start dropping the pounds until I increased my good fat intake. They are not to replace candy or Reese cups. They're to get good fats in your body and to help you lose weight and get in that coconut oil. That's how I came across the keto diet anyway. I was looking for a tasty way to get coconut oil in besides just dipping in a jar and eating it out of the jar. I just couldn't do that. So I found keto. I cook with coconut oil. I fry with it. I use it all the time. I have to tell you, I use honey to sweeten it. I don't listen to the doctors who say don't use honey. Why would you not want to use something that's natural? God made it and it's good for us. I never use artificial sweeteners, not even stevia, because stevia is just, if it's white, it's processed. If it's clear, it's a liquid, it's processed. It's just like any other poisons you're going to put in. I hope you'll like, subscribe, and share my videos. I'm going to try to post a video every week, and I'll have some also with my BFF Marmy. We're going to talk keto. I hope you'll come back every week with us and enjoy it. All right, thanks keto people. But this is what I use. I'm not promoting any one product or store. I try to go organic. I try to have it as organic as possible. Now there are more organic butters than this, but they're a little more expensive, and these are pretty good. I do like the, what is it? Can't remember the name of it now. Anyway, what you want to do is you're going to get you some coconut oil. If you like the coconut flavor, you're going to get the one that says, I think it says refined. It might say unrefined. I don't know. It's in red. So if you like the coconut flavor, get the one that has the little red here. And as you can tell, it's from Wally World. That's where I buy my stuff. But I get the naturally refined coconut oil expeller pressed because it does not have the coconut flavor. I do not like the coconut flavor. I know that sounds weird. I don't want it in my chocolate, but some people do. So get the one with the red here if you want the coconut flavor. You'll need 1 stick of unsalted and 1 stick of salted sweet cream butter. I call this red stick and blue stick. Then you're going to need, I use some organic peanut butter. It says it's organic, USDA organic. It's got organic dry roasted peanuts and sea salt. That's all it has. It's mostly protein, 8 grams of protein. Okay, so we got that. And excuse me, I have used different kinds of cocoa. I always try to buy organic. I have used Hershey's. I love Hershey's. It's organic, non-GMO, verified. Hey, you're only going to need 2/3 of a cup. 2 cups. One of these, this. Okay, now we're going to talk about honey. A lot of keto people say keto. Honey's not keto. Well, let me tell you something. I try to go by what the Bible says. And the Bible says, eat honey for it is good for you, okay? If you're sweetening with anything other than honey, you're just putting poison in your body. That includes sugar, which if you're keto, you're probably not using sugar. I've got some different kinds here. This one to me tastes the best. I don't think it's raw necessarily. It might be filtered or whatever they do to it. This one's local. I've got 2 local honeys here. These are nice. Very good, very good. This one's a little darker, but it's pretty good. And you're only gonna use a tablespoon in the fat bombs. You're gonna have quite a bit. You'll see when we get done. I'll have to try to put the measurements down in the description, along with the recipe if you don't want to watch the video. But this is what we're starting with. Pick a honey, any honey. Try to keep it raw. Local's best because of the good stuff that's in it, right? What I'm going to do is I'm going to take 2 cups of this, and I'm probably going to, I don't like heating it up in this plastic, of course, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put 2 cups in here, melt it, probably by microwaving. And I know a lot of people don't microwave anymore, which is probably a good thing. or set it in some hot water and let it melt. But I'm going to have a little over 2 cups. It's going to be almost full. These are going to be in here. You're going to dump your peanut butter in there. That's what we're going to do first. We're going to put the coconut oil, the peanut butter, and the butter all together. And you want to put it on really low. You do not want this to bubble. I'm telling you, put it on very low. Simmer maybe even too high, but you're going to put it on low and let it melt, and then I'll come back. And remember, when you're in ketosis, you're not going to be craving sweets anyway. And a little bit of honey and these fat bombs will not kick you out of ketosis. If you allow yourself up to 50 grams of carbs a day, these are not even close. And sometimes I've eaten 10 or more. Probably more. You can not only eat it, but you can put it on your skin. Look at that. Great moisturizer. Put it on your hair, put it on your skin, and you can eat it. It's just wonderful stuff. Okay, that took about 30 minutes to let it slowly melt. It would have been quicker if you set your butter out and let the butter get room temperature. It'll take less time if everything's room temperature. Now, actually, if you do this and taste it, it's actually pretty good. All right, so we got 2/3 cup of our organic cocoa. I used to sift it, and then I got to where I don't do that. I just stick it in there and then stir it till it's completely dissolved. And it's been pretty good about dissolving completely. Might have to get some of the chunks out, but not a whole lot. Now the thing about honey, it's very dense, and so you have to stir. When you're pouring the fat, the concoction into the containers, I will show you in a second, got to stir. We'll talk more about it when I'm doing it because it's tricky. Alright, so I'm going to stir this up, but just remember, you're going to have to stir and keep constantly stirring. Keep that honey mixed because it doesn't want to mix with the oils, obviously. Alright, so I'm going to stir this and I'm going to get my containers ready. And we will talk about the containers. They're actually little ice trays, you'll see. Alright, so let's talk about our little ice trays. You see these? These, they had them at Wally World, excuse me, a couple of, I don't know, 3 summers ago. And it's silicone. Surely you've seen these, maybe not. But anyway, they had them in the near the chip aisle, and I bought 4 of them. But what you're going to do is you're going to stir. And you're going to get your 2-cup pouring thingy here, or your 1-cup container, measuring cup. And I'm stirring, and I'm going to pour some into my measuring cup without making a mess. And I'm stirring. Alright, so we got it in there. Before you start pouring this into your ice trays, you want to make sure you've got room in your freezer to set them in the freezer so that they will freeze them quickly, so that all the honey doesn't settle at the bottom, which sometimes it's gonna, because it'll just happen, especially towards the end if you're not stirring. So we're gonna stir. All right, here we go. We're gonna pour. Now the first time I did this, I didn't make a mess at all, and then ever since then. Now if you don't have one of these these ice trays. If you can't get a hold of these ice trays, which it's a must really, you should go online and find them. And you pour, pour, pour. And then you're going to stick it in the freezer. Alright, this one has 21 holes. Yep, see, I went over. And since, it's just us here, you just put it back in holes. I'm going to stick this in the freezer. Stirring, 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 because you want to make sure that honey is mixed in there. And then you're going to pour some more. It's been 30 minutes. They're frozen. Pretty solid. And then you pop them out in a container like this. You can see how they pulled away from the side. See, they just pop right out. Unless they got too much honey. The honey, you see the honey, will make them stick. This is to get fat in you, good fats in you. Okay. I'm going to put these in the refrigerator now. And we're going to start all over. I left the heat on my concoction, my fat bomb stuff. Stirring. Okay, so this is the last of the mixture. I'll call it a mixture. This is how much it made. This is container. It's 8 cups. So you've got a little over 8 cups of fat bombs. There have been some eaten, so but I wanted to show you. Now it did pull away. Let's see, maybe I got it all stirred up good. I think one of them did act funny. They're all coming out. Well, see, that one doesn't want to come out. Watch. And the reason is because of the honey. See the honey? It's so good though. Can you see that? But watch, I'm gonna eat it. There's a lot of honey. It's right at the end. That is actually the last one I poured, I think. So you gotta stir, stir, stir. Sorry, honey's good for you. Eat it. It's not gonna kick you out of ketosis. That little bit of honey is not gonna kick you out of ketosis. Remember, these are not to replace candy. These are to get the good fats in you. About 8 cups will last a good while. This lasts me and my husband a pretty good while. Alright, thanks for watching. Please subscribe. I hope you'll like it and share it and come back and watch my other videos, my new videos and my old videos, which actually this is my first video, unless you watch the butter video. It's real short. It's just silly. It was to introduce Keto Queen was coming, but I had scheduled it for February 2nd, 2020, you know, 02/02/2020, but that was the day of the big games, so that just messed that up. Thank you so much. Y'all come back. All right, bye.
The best fat bombs in the world.